Hi guys, what's up? Welcome to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. You already know. So, today's gonna be a video. I want to make it as quick and efficient as possible because trust me, the efficient and getting all the facts in is important to me on this one, for real. So, I don't want to drag this on for like an hour though, but it is a story, and we can get into it, y'all. We can get into it with this one. So, I have to get something off my chest, and so it is like a more serious topic. Like, it's not very jokey because, in a way, this really, like, it did affect me, and I like to, like, be that bitch, like, I'm not affected by anything, nothing affects me, nothing hurts me, this and that. But your girl has feelings to some extent, a little bit there. So for me, I have to get shit off my chest. Like, I'm just that type of person. Like, I gotta get it off my chest. So this is, I don't know if it's a coping mechanism or whatever, but it's like, I'm not a therapist, so I'm not trying to figure it out. But it makes great content, so, it's a win-win for me. Basically, I'm not going to name any names or anything like that, so it's very, I'm just telling the story because I want to get my side out. So this is my side of the event. So there was this girl that I was friends with, and we no longer talk, and like for reasons, and I feel it's many reasons. Like, it's a bunch of things leading up to why we're not talking at this point. And I wish her no bad on her. Like, I don't have anything against her. I'm not beefing with her. I'm not mad at her. We just don't be talking, and I'll get into that. So let's just start off because you're not gonna understand. I'm not gonna like go over this part or how I feel because you don't know why a bitch is feeling the way she's feeling right now. So let's get into it. Where things started going rough, like bad, let me think. Okay, here's where it started going. Yeah, here's where it started going bad. So basically, y'all, I'm a girl, like, I like to keep my circle kind of like small or whatever. Like, I'm very like choosy and picky on who I hang out with, who I spend my time with, who my energy goes around, listen to. So I don't like to be around every bitch. That's just how I am. I don't like to be around every bitch. That's just how I am. So, which is fine. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with like being selective of who you're around because it does affect your life. It does affect your life. Let's point blank period, it affects your life. So, and this story is actually good because it did affect her life. So me and her were like really close, and all of a sudden she started like, we were at an event, and then she brought this other girl. Okay, no. This is where it started for real. Okay, now I remember because I want to get it right. So it was our mutual friend's birthday, okay? And, everything was great at that time. Like, no problems, no issues, really. I mean, at least between me and her, like, there was nothing. So we go to our mutual friend's birthday, and she actually ends up bringing a +1 with her. And I didn't know her. I don't think the birthday girl even know who she was. Like, I don't even know if she asked. I really don't think she asked, but I don't know. That's not between me and them. That's between them. Like, I don't think she even gave a fuck that, she brought anyone. But she didn't, like, I don't think she asked. So I'm not gonna, like, clarify on that, but I really think she just literally showed up with her. Didn't ask her nothing. So this girl was really chill, really cool. I didn't really have any problems with her. Like, it's not like I didn't like this girl randomly because I didn't know her, I'm not like, I don't like you. It's just like, I'm not gonna, invite you into my space right away type thing. So anyway, she gave the birthday girl 2 bottles of, like, I think an expensive alcohol. I'm not sure. Like, I think, like, it was really nice. So, she was chill. She was cool. Like, okay. Brought her, and basically the birthday girl ended up getting really drunk. So she missed her party bus. She wasn't able to, so she slept at my house and she passed out here, which is fine. I actually felt so bad that she kind of like missed her party bus. That was awful, but you know, good story to tell. When me and my boyfriend brought her to my house, they were on the party bus and they were gonna still pick us up to go on it. So they came to my house, like they came to like make sure the birthday girl was good, like just to like help, you know, like a few of the birthday girl's friends, which is really nice. So like I knew we also have this other mutual friend that came up to see her, which is fine. But then the girl that I'm talking about brought the girl that she brought to the birthday, you know, this random girl, into my apartment. Like all of a sudden she was just in my apartment, and I was like thinking like, what the hell, like why is this random girl like now knowing where I live? And then she literally came in, y'all. She came, she's like, oh, this is where you live. And I'm just sitting there like I was so pissed, but like I didn't want to, like I wasn't gonna say anything right then because it's like, you know, it's not the time or place, like I'm not gonna bring up this issue right now. But that was an issue for me because I'm very like privacy person. Like I would never bring somebody like, you know, into your place without like confirming at first, is it okay, this and that. I'm not the type to just bring over random people. That's just like a thing with me, and I feel like most people would agree, like you don't want random people up in your space that you don't know, especially when you're me, y'all. Like especially when you're in a certain industry, like you could have stalkers, you could have, you know, now people know where you live, like people, there's crazy people out there. And then to find out, I find out she just met her that night. She just met this girl that night, and we like, you don't know anything about her, like, you know. And when we went to the club, like after the party bus, she actually, like me and my boyfriend left early, but that girl that she brought, the random girl, ended up getting like kicked out of the club for like dancing on the tables or whatever. Just, you know, she's more of like the really outgoing, crazy type, like, you know, she's gonna find trouble. Like you could just kind of tell like she's more, you know, she's her own person. She's great. She's very out there, you know. And I'm just like, I'm not trying to, you know, get kicked out the club for dancing on tables. Like it's just not like me anymore. Like I don't think I ever was, but like I've been kicked out of the club before for being like really drunk. But you know, I don't get too drunk when I go out to the club. Like that's the type of girl that's gonna get super drunk. Like this is gonna be a problem. Like drunk people are a problem when they get too drunk. Like that's just fact. Like alcohol and people, it's not a good combination. Like, you know, it fucks you up. So that's the kind of person she was, which is fine. And like I don't even care that she brought her or whatever, but it was just a problem for me that now you brought her into my space, okay? Because I know what kind of problems that can lead to later. Like that was an issue for me, but I didn't bring it up then. I just like let the night go on, whatever. Some things happen. I'm not even gonna get talked into, like, you know, I'm not gonna talk about the things that expired that night, but like, you know, just like problems, right? So after that, I come to find out that they're no longer friends or whatever. Like, you know, something happened. They're like beefing with each other or whatever. Not beefing. Like, I don't really know what happened there, but like now they're not friends because, you know, she's talking shit about her. She's like, you know, I'll get into that. But it's like now I'm thinking, you're not good with this girl. She knows where I live. Like, you know what I mean? That's just an issue, and I already knew it was gonna be an issue, like type thing, because you don't know her. You know? So that was really like the first thing that really bothered me. Number two, like now the second issue was, now we go to this different event, and all of a sudden there's this new girl here again, kind of like how the first incident was, like just a random girl. I'm like, okay, who's this, you know? So I didn't really like, I'm not gonna ask who's this in front of the girl. Like that's super rude. I would never, like, I'm just gonna be nice, like, you know, and then you're gonna fill me in who the hell she is afterwards, right? Like you, like, first of all, for me as a respect thing, so it's not weird, I'd just be like, by the way, this person's gonna be here, like, so everybody knows who's gonna be there. There's no surprises. It's not like, you know, you don't, like, you know, she obviously introduced me like this is this, but like, who is this, right? So afterwards she tells me, I was like, this isn't gonna be like the other girl, is it? Like, are you just finding these random girls and bringing them like along? Like, cause I'm like, why? She's like, no, I knew her from like a while ago, like we were friends when we were younger. And I was like, okay, like that's fine, like thank God you know her like that, like, you know, but still I don't know her like that. So me and her are not gonna be close. Like I don't know her like that, right? So then after she kind of tells me like who she is, this and that, like how she is, and she has a very different lifestyle than me. She like has a few kids already type thing. So like I'm not going to speak on like what her situation and everything is, but it's just very different than mine. Like we have very different lifestyles and very different lives that I know that we live. Like we're super different. So like I'm not really trying to befriend people. Like honestly, I don't like, not to be like rude, I'm open to new friends, y'all, but like you have to align with my lifestyle and you have to go where I want to go, like in life. So if you're not meeting that path, like I'm gonna try and distance myself from you. Like I'm fine with being like cool, casual, like that's fine, but I don't want to, like once you start passing a certain boundary with people, they get comfortable, they know where you live, they know where you eat, they know where you rest your head at, they know too much, and I don't like that. I don't want everybody knowing so much about me. So I don't like that because of the certain lifestyle I live, and not everybody can be knowing about that. So that's how I move a certain way for reasons. Sorry, I'm like losing my voice. But yeah, so me and her just don't align in our lifestyle, which is like fine. I'm fine with like, you know, seeing her at events. Like it's not like beef, it's like I'm just not trying to let you like close to me like that. Like, you know, we can be casual, cool, but that's fine. I'm not actually like a mean person just for no reason. Like she didn't do anything to me. It's just that our paths don't align. So I'm not really like good with, like, I'm not gonna be amazing friends with her. So, you know, they're friends, that's cool. And, you know, they start getting like really close again because they weren't close before, kind of because of her baby daddy. But for reasons like he is kind of not in the picture anymore. So they didn't hang out before, like, you know, because like she had family stuff going on, right? So now they're getting really close again. And that, like, you know, that's fine. But like I'm not trying to be like friends. Like, I mean, yeah, I guess that sounds mean, but like I have my reasons. Like I'm not trying to beef, like I just don't want to be close. Like that's it. So I don't think it's a rule that you have to be close to everybody. Like, I'm sorry. Like if that's a rule, like I don't care. I'm breaking that one. Like, you know, I'm fine with being cordial, but again, like don't like keep bringing her around me. Like I don't know what to say. So that's fine, or just at least like fill me in a little bit. Like anyway, like I don't want to sound mean, but like it's just that's how the story goes. So anyway, then we had this other event with this friend. We have a separate mutual friend, okay? And, you know, me, my other friend, and her made plans to get ready at my house for the event at our mutual friend's birthday. So, you know, I was like, okay, you guys can come over at this time, we'll get ready, and then we'll go from my house. So everyone agreed, like in the group chat, we're like, okay. And, you know, it was settled on that. So our good friend comes over, me and her like getting ready. We're calling her and we're like, are you coming? Like, are you getting ready with us? Like this and that. And we can hear the other girl that like I'm not really that like close with, like in the background, which is like fine. If they wanted to get ready together, like that's fine. Like you could have just like let us know and we would have figured out a different ride because we planned to all go together. So we were just like assuming like we're all going together.
Okay, wait, I forgot to mention one important thing. So that night, she was planning to come over and she texted me, she's like, oh, can the girl come? And I was like, no, you know, like I don't want her coming over to where I live and this and that, you know, because I don't know her. That's the thing. I don't know her. So like I don't want all these people up knowing where I live. Like I don't know her. Sorry, like no. So then after that she started kind of like not replying, kind of like ghosting us. So I was like, okay, is she even gonna come? I was like, are you coming? Like, are you coming? I don't want to be that late to the event. So, but she made it seem like she was still gonna come and like pick us up, and I was like, okay, because like we made arrangements, like she was taking us, so you know what I mean, she was still gonna come. I was like, okay, like if you guys just want to get ready there and then like come like pick us up on your way there, then that's fine. Because to me, it's like whatever, if you know like the outside of my apartment, whatever, but like coming up, knowing which suite, which floor, which this, like knowing how my place, it like, you know what I mean? That's like also like that bothers me. So, you know, it's already like whatever, she's gonna be outside, just pick up. It's not that serious, but like, whatever. It's just the fact that she didn't even tell us like, hey, this girl's gonna be coming too. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's already like she obviously made plans with her to come over and like get ready ahead of time. Like, to me, like that's how it seems like, right? Because we don't know what's going on. Just all of a sudden you're with her and like you're getting ready with her now. It's like, can she come? No. Okay, like now you're not responding.
Now, I thought this place was like a different, like same restaurant, but like there's two different locations. So we actually ended up going to the wrong restaurant because we didn't know. Like I didn't. It was actually closer to them, like the restaurant we were going to. So like maybe they didn't want to like come all the way and get us and then go over there. Like I don't know. There was some miscommunication. I didn't realize that it was that restaurant, so like I would have never asked them to come get us if I knew like they were going out of our way. I thought it was the restaurant that's like you have to pass my place to like get there. So like that was just like miscommunication. Like I'm not mad about that. Like
so basically they had us waiting. It was getting really late to the time where like they were going to be done at the restaurant, so we just decided to eventually Uber there. We're like, okay, we're just going to meet you there. And then that's when she finally responded back. She's like, okay, sounds good. But like not all the other times where I was like, hey, are you on your way? Hey, are you on the way? But when I said, okay, we're going to get our own ride, she's like, okay. Like, so like to me it was kind of weird, you know. But anyway, we just decided to like eventually get our Uber because we didn't want to be that late to the party.
I'm not mad about that. Like that was just like, you know, things happen. Like I'm not an unreasonable person. Like mistakes like that, miscommunications happen all the time. Like that's fine. So whatever. Me and our friend and my boyfriend like ended up going to the wrong restaurant, and then we took an Uber to the restaurant. We just decided to take an Uber, and then we realized it was the wrong restaurant, and then we went all the way to the other one. So we were like hella late, and they were also hella late too, but we didn't want to be that late because it is very like rude. Like it looks rude, honestly. So like I really felt bad about that. So we got there, and basically the party bus for that event was picking us up. We had to down our drinks, like, so we ordered them as soon as we got there, down them, and when we didn't get to eat, like we just basically said like hi, what's up to everybody, and like went on the bus. So then the fact that we were very late getting on that bus, so it was already like I felt bad. And then we're, you know, on the bus, and then basically after the bus we all planned to go to the club that the birthday girl wanted to go to, which was Gabs, you know, my friend that I don't talk to anymore.
So basically that girl ended up bringing like, I don't know, 4 or 5 people to the party, like different ones of her friends, and they don't like that club. That's what I was trying to say. So then they all ended up leaving.
They all don't really like Gabs because, you know, I don't know, they like hookah, or which other one is that one? The Old Writers Lounge. What is it called? The Calabash. I want to say it by its real name now. So they ended up like leaving the birthday girl's party and like just going to that club. And yeah, they ended up going there, and there was like drama there. Like I heard there was drama there. I was like, oh my god, like there's always something, like someone's always crying or like whatever, something like that. I was like, it just can never be like a good night. Like with me, there is no like bad nights like that. Like I don't know, like we're not about to be crying like and stuff like that. So I don't know, but again, I wasn't there. I was having a really good time at Gabsworth, but like people are so great like everywhere, like, you know. So I'm just gonna like whatever the vibe is, whatever like, you know, we plan, like I'm just gonna like wherever we go, it's gonna be a good time with me. Like it doesn't matter where we go. Like it's gonna be good. So, you know, I just stayed with the birthday girl because that's what she wanted. And, you know, obviously the birthday girl doesn't care. Like she didn't care like what club you go to, like this and that. It's like, you know, she was like, yeah, it's whatever. But like as a just a respect thing, like I always kind of try and treat people like how I would want to be treated. Like I wouldn't want everyone like leaving the club that I would want to go to. You know, like that was hurtful. That would be hurtful, like if it was a close friend. But the friend that I no longer talk to was like, well, I'm not even that close to her anyway. So I was like, okay, like, but you came to her birthday and everything. So I was like, you know what I mean? It's just a respect thing. So it's just like, you know, whatever. But that's not really an issue. Like it wasn't even, I'm just saying like this is kind of how the story transpired. So anyway, that friend that I was, God, this is getting like so confusing with the names. Uh, anyway, that situation doesn't really matter, but it does matter because this girl that she was like, I'm not that close with, is coming into the story now. So anyway, so the girl that she says she's not that close to, like the girl's that birthday it was this time, her new, like the new friend that she's having that I really want to, like, you know, space myself from, are like really close now all of a sudden. Like I guess they, like, you know, men like are close, and you know, they kind of like are really close, so that's great for them. Basically I can tell that her friend kind of gets the vibes that I don't like her, and like it's not like I don't like her, it's not like I hate her, it's just like I'm not really trying to be like, you know, close. Like we just live different lives, that's it. You know, really doesn't have anything to do with that girl, like that, it doesn't have anything to do, like she has nothing to do with me, so it doesn't, you know, that part really doesn't matter, because this is between me and my, like, you know, person that I considered like kind of like a friend, you know? Okay, so then Halloween happens, and so this is all built up to the, like, how it ends, y'all. So like, trust me, it is relevant. So Halloween happens, and then the girl that I don't particular like want to be close with ends up coming to this party. Like me and my friend meet her and her. They're
Okay, I just want to make one thing clear. When I say my friend, she's a mutual friend of all three of us. Like, we are all three in a group chat. We are very three of us close. Like, it's a three mutual friend way. So, like, it's not like I'm bringing my friend that she doesn't know and she's bringing a friend that I don't know. And it's like the three of us are really close, and then she's bringing this one girl that we're not really that close with. Yeah, I just want to clarify that.
The girl that I no longer talk to is like, we go to her aunt's house, but she's like literally our age, so like she's like, you know, a good friend. She's super sweet, she's super great, like love her as a person. So we go there, and like I'm kind of like, you know, we're going because it's like our friend's aunt's Halloween party and this and that. She spends all her time in the bathroom doing her makeup. Like she didn't even like say hi to all the guests. Like I don't know if that's just like her, like I'm not gonna, you know, like fault her if that's, you know, maybe she like, you know, maybe has anxiety. I don't know. Like it's just like she didn't say, like she didn't even come, like eat anything, didn't say hi. Like she just went like straight to the bathroom. I was like, okay, so you know, I'm gonna say hi like to people, like, you know, be kind of social, just, you know, what's up. It would have been so hella awkward, like if I didn't go with like my other friend and my boyfriend. Like I don't know, I've just been in the bathroom with her, I guess. So like those two are in the bathroom the whole time, and then my boyfriend's like kind of like, you know, talking, making friends with like some of the guys that are there. So they play one game of like Pong or whatever, like of the pool table Pong, and then she comes out of the bathroom, she's like, hey, we have to go. And I'm like, okay, well, can they just finish their game? Like they're almost done, like it's like literally 2 more cups. And she's like, she was basically like, well, we're leaving. And I'm like, okay, like, so, you know, I didn't want to not walk into the club together. I want to, like, we plan to go, like, 2 and 2, like, all together. So I was like, you know, babe, like, can you just wrap it up? Like, he's like, but I'm almost done. I was like, I know, but, like, they're leaving, you know? That puts me in, like, you know, I feel, like, awful, you know? Whatever, like I guess we could have like waited, but so like, you know, you just came there and did your makeup and like left. It was just like so weird. Like these are like the weird things that I'm talking about that it's just like, that's so like, okay, whatever, you know, that makes me look at it's like, you know, it's like I don't know, maybe I'm like just an overreactor, but like these are just little things that like lead up to like bothering me, and it's like little things that I just like keep in the back of my mind, you know. It's not like that huge of a deal, but it's like these things add up, because it's like, why, like it was just like 2 cups, like it wouldn't really make a difference, like, you know. So okay, whatever. So then we leave, we go to the club, and then there was an incident that happened there where my friend went to the like washroom, like went to the washroom, and then the girl that I no longer speak to, and then that girl that I don't want to really be close to, like there was just an incident, like I was invited into like this contest for like best costume, which is like, you know, it was really cool. That was like a good moment or whatever. So I go up to the stage and they it was like you win based on cheering, and like I was recording it and I saw like they didn't even cheer for me in the video, and I didn't notice that till after the fact. And like in the video, the girl that I was against, like all her friends were surrounding her, like cheering her, you know, they were just like, they literally like were like talking while like they were like, and who's gonna vote for this person, like, you know what I mean? That was hurtful. Like, I'm gonna be so honest, like that was hurtful. You know, I was like, that night, y'all, was the night I knew was like, we're done. Like, I was like, I'm so over it. Like, I don't want to, like, I'm not gonna be treated like that. Like, I just know, like, I just for sure know. That was the night where I was like, you're just gonna be friends with her because I'm so done. Like, be friends with her. I don't care. Like, you know, but I didn't say that. I was just like mentally over it, if you know what I mean. So that's the night, you know, we were already like, I wasn't like talking to her that much and stuff. So this is where it gets good. So then something ends up happening between those two, like something big, and I'm not like gonna discuss whatever happened between them because that's between them, like it has nothing to do with me. So I'm telling only my side of the story, so only like the things that are relevant. So something happened between them, those three, because the girl like that, she left on the party bus, like the girl that she ditched the party bus, like her birthday, that girl, and you know, obviously the one that I don't like are friends, and now like the one that I don't talk to is friends. So the three of them are like friends, and then something happened between those three, which is like serious, I guess. And you know, the one that I wasn't really talking to was going through something, I guess, and she like really needed somebody. She kind of confided in the group chat with me and my other friend, like, you know, I'm really going through a lot, like, you know, she was like going through, you know, like when you have a big, like, you know, blowout with your friend, like you're going through something, right? So I was like already kind of like so over her, and I was like, you know, she really needs somebody. Like, you know, we were good friends. Like, I really liked the friendship that we had, and you know, I was like, you know, she needs somebody. So me and her go over to her house and comfort her, right? Like, kind of, you know, like what's going on, because she wasn't telling us what's going on at all. Like, I mean, I'm gonna say, like, for me, like, she didn't tell me what's going on. I didn't really know anything, so we were really gonna find out everything, like, when we went over there. So we went over there. I was like, you know what, like, I'm going to give it a shot. Like, I'm not gonna be done. Like, I really think this friendship could work out. So we go over to her house. My friend picks me up. We go over there, and you know, we talk about what happened, like, with her. And she just basically like, I'm so done with them. Like, I'm, you know, because of this incident, this and that. Like, I'm so over it. Like, you know, I'm done. Like, from now on, I'm just gonna focus on my mental health. I'm just gonna focus on like being better, like this and that. I'm like, great. Like, this sounds amazing. Like I was love hearing it, like, because I only wanted the best for her, honestly. So like, the fact that, because I could just tell, like, I don't know if she wants the kind of like lifestyle that I live. Like, I don't know exactly what's going on in her mind. Like, you know, I don't know, but I know for a fact that those, like, that girl is just like not aligned with you know what I mean? When you have kids and stuff, and you have, like, you definitely are gonna live a different life. Like, that's just that. You're gonna move differently, like, and that's fine. That's her life. But who you hang out with is how you're gonna, like, kind of, it does represent you in a way. It doesn't 100% represent you, but in a way, like, you start to be who you hang around with. Like, if you know what I mean? Like, if they're getting into trouble or things like that, then you are going to, like, you're more likely to, let's just say that. So I was really happy, like, to hear that, you know, she was like bettering herself. She's, you know, gonna, like, I don't care at the end of the day who she hangs out with. It's none of my business, but just don't involve them with me, because like I'm on a certain path, y'all. Like, I know where I'm going, and like, if I feel like someone's going to steer me off a certain, like, you're gonna affect my grind or you're gonna affect something, then you got to go. Like, you got to go. That's just how I am. So, you know, I can already, like, y'all, I can see the damn future, okay? Like, I can already tell, like, where this is headed. You know what I'm saying? So,
and keep in mind, y'all, I already told her, I already kind of warned her. I was like, just be careful, you know? Like, just be careful. If you want to hang around with her, that's fine. Just be careful. And, like, it affected her mental health extreme because that's just, you know, when, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, these other people will affect your mental health. That's why I'm so chill. Like, I don't like no stress, drama in my life. My mental health is good because, you know, I keep my energy good around me. That's just how you affect my mental, you're gone. It's that easy. I can cut you off so quick. Watch me.
oh yeah, so we go over there. She explains kind of like the incident that happened with them. I'm like, great to hear. I'm glad that you want to do better for yourself. Like, it was such a great conversation. Now I'm going to take you back to the night before that Halloween incident. So we went out twice for Halloween, like that one time, and like that was the second day of Halloween. So now we'll just take you back to the first day of Halloween. So the first night, it was just the three, my good friend and then her. And basically, the one I don't talk to, kind of got a little bit drunk at my house. And she basically ended up slipping up when she was like tipsy. You could tell she was like kind of drunk in her voice. And she was like, you know what? Fuck that one girl, like the one that was at the first birthday that she just met. And like basically I kind of already mentioned to her that, you know, like, please don't bring her around my house. Like in the text message, in our conversation, like I said in the group chat, like, don't bring her. Like, I didn't appreciate that you brought her into my apartment. Like, I didn't appreciate that, this and that. And then she was like, it wasn't my fault. She followed me up. Like, I couldn't even control that. And I was like, okay. You know, it was just like, she wasn't like, it wasn't just like, sorry. It was like, it's not my fault, you know? So like, whatever, I was like, hey, like, just don't let that happen again, you know? Whatever, like, I can move past it. But there was no like, you know, I understand you, this and that. I was like, you know, it wasn't like she just followed me up. Like, how's that my fault? Like, that's already like a slip up too many. That's like one too many in my book. So like, that was a problem. And now you're not friends with her. So anyway, so she was drunk on Halloween and she was like, fuck her. I forget exactly what she said now.
Okay, I just remembered. She was like, and that girl was like, fuck you, fuck Jada Thompson for thinking she's better than me with her stupid YouTube channel on this, like that, whatever. Like, I don't even care where she lives and this and that or whatever. So then, yeah, then I'll go on. Then that told me all I need to know.
Like, for not letting me in her house or whatever like that. Like, basically telling me that she told her that I said I don't want her in my house. Like, that's basically what she told me when she was drunk. Because she was like, and fuck that girl, like, I don't even like her, this and that. I was like, okay. So right then and there, I knew for a fact that she told her that I said, don't bring her into my house. Like, you know, instead of just like not saying anything, just like keeping that mental note, okay, like, don't bring strangers into her house. She went and told her. And that just, since then, like, I felt like I couldn't trust her. Like, I felt like, okay, I can't trust you because, you know, I mean, you're obviously talking, like, about me to them, like, being like, oh, and she said this, like, she said, you know, because she was like, fuck her, fuck Jada, she thinks that she's all that, like, I don't even give a fuck about where she lives and this and that, like, you know, it's not about whether she cares or not, like, it's just the fact that, like, I don't want her to even know, like, I don't want people that you just met for one night to know, so I was already feeling some type of way about that.
So yeah, I kept the mental note, like, hey, she told her, and then that incident with the like cheering happened literally the day after, and I was just like so done. Like, at that point I was like, I'm done.
So when I went over to her house to like comfort her, you know, this stuff was in the back of my mind, and like I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna, like, I want to give it another chance, like, I really think this could work. So we had a really good discussion. She's like, I want to do better for myself, this and that. And then, like, also while we were talking, she also brought up this guy. She also brought up this guy and was like, oh yeah, and this guy says like, oh, why do you hang out with Jada? Like, I guess he went on to my YouTube channel and he's like, he said something like, he's like, oh my gosh, why do you hang out with her, this and that. And keep in mind, I don't even know this man. I don't even know this dude. Like, why is this dude that you're talking to even have my name in his mouth? Like, I don't even, like, I couldn't even tell you his name right now because I forgot it already. Like, his name isn't even in my head, but my name's in his mouth. Like, that make it make sense. Like, why? Like, you know what I mean? The thing is, like, I love when people think I'm dumb. Like, people think I'm for real, like, dumb like that. Like, because why do these people even feel comfortable, like, talking about me to you? Like, as soon as they start, like, it should be like, no, we're not going to discuss that. Like, we're not, it's, you know, because the fact that they felt so comfortable tells me all I need to know. So, like, right then and there, like, I went over there thinking, like, okay, let's give it another chance, like, this and that. And then she, like, mentioned that, and I was like, okay, I thought it was funny, like, the guy she was seeing, like, is talking about me, like, for what? Like, for what is the, like, that doesn't make any sense. And apparently her sister said something about me. Like, her sister was like, I don't know if it's her half sister, her sister was like, you shouldn't hang around with her, what? Like, something like that. I was like, girl, I don't even know her sister. Like, I don't even know anything. Like, I don't know these people in real life. Like, I don't know them. Like, I went over to her sister's one time, barely talked, and I didn't even want to be there because she took me there after the gym. And I was like, the thing is, she took me there and she didn't even tell me we were going there. You know, I thought I was going home. Like, that's why I hate, like, when people have the car, because I was like, hey, when are we going home? Like, I was really just saying, like, trying to leave, you know? Like, I was not trying to social, but whatever. It's not that big of a deal. Like, I can sit through a conversation. But it's the fact that she told me after, like, her sister is saying all this. It's like, but every one of these people that she told me was talking about me, she swore she was defending me behind it. She was like, and I was like telling them, like, you're not like that. You're not like that. I don't give a fuck. Like, I just don't care. I don't know. I don't care that they're talking about me. People talk about me all the fucking time. I know that. It was funny that they're talking about me to you. Like, that's new. That's funny. I know that, like, they talk. Like, this is all this is telling me is you talk about me. That's all that tells me. So anyway, so I had that in mind. Like, when she said that, I was like, okay, like, I need to bring up the Halloween thing, because if we're gonna go forward from now, like, I need to get it out. And keep in mind, I just find it so funny she told me about the guy talking like, about me to her. Like, I don't even know, never met him in my life, but obviously people know about me, y'all. Like, people know my name. Like, it's pretty obvious. Like, duh, I make it known. That's why they know it. So, but the thing is, like, she's like, I don't know why she wants to, like, she like, I don't know what she's trying to do, like, by telling me like this. Like, what's it gonna do? Like, what am I supposed to say, like, to that stuff? Like, okay, like, you know, it's like, fuck these people that talk about you. Like, okay. Like, you know what's funny, y'all? Is that in the club, many times, guys have come up, guys that she's been with. I'll give you an instant. Guys come up to my man in the club and be like, your girl's friend is trouble. Like, no good. You need to, like, you better watch out for her because, like, seriously, you have a good girl there and she's gonna bring trouble. Like, literally said that. Like, y'all, I kid you not, warning my boyfriend about her, like, to be like, to try and warn, like, to stay away. Like, you know, but does that mean anything to me? No. Because, like, what? If you're my girl, like, you're my girl. Like, I'm not, you know, like... But that is fucking funny, and I never told her that because it's like, I'm not trying to, like, you know, hurt her or anything. I don't, like, that's the kind of person I am. Like, it doesn't need to be known. You know, keep it pushing. Like, they didn't say it to me because they knew they weren't comfortable saying it to me. They knew it, and I know who that guy is too. I know exactly who that guy is. He could have easily came up to me and told me, but he told my boyfriend because he knows, like, I wouldn't play that. Like, you know what I mean? Shit like that. To my man, and my man, like, told me, and I'm like, whatever, like, I don't give a fuck. You think I'm gonna go run and tell her, it's like, oh my god, like, this guy said this about you? Like, no, because I know, like, that would, like, hurt her, and it's like, what they say doesn't matter. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's about, like, what I know, you know what I mean? Like, I'm my own person, y'all. Just because, like, she's doing something doesn't mean I'm gonna go freaking, like, whatever, you know? But I thought that was so fucking funny. Like, she's gonna tell me that to my face, like, girl, like, So many times. Like, he literally was like, yeah, she tried to get with my friend right away. Like, just shit like that. I don't, like, the guy, like, came up to his, like, you know, she went home with me, and then next time, like, with my, like, different stories like that. Like, I was like, okay, you know, it's, like, it's so bad when, like, other guys have to, like, that don't even know my man like that, first of all. They're not, it's not like it's his friend just coming up because trying to warn, like, I don't know, but, like, you know, that's nonsense. Like, that's, like, why would I care about, like, this random person's opinion? That's not even my man's friend, first of all, just coming, like, you know, it's not like I'm gonna go tell her to try and make her feel bad. Like, I'm not, like, it's irrelevant. So, like, I thought that was funny. Like, okay, what am I supposed to, like, what does she want me to say to that? Like, okay. And then she was like, yeah, fuck that guy too. Like, okay, but you, like, liked him and you, like, whatever. So, that was just so, like, okay, anyway. So then I was like, okay, this is, like, I need to bring this up if we're gonna move forward from now, because all this stuff, like, I want to start over and, like, just start fresh. Like, from here, like, let's start new. This is gonna be a good year. Like, let's start fresh. So, like, at the end of our conversation, like, it was going great. It was so good. Like, we were like, you know, she's gonna be a better version of her. Like, okay. So then I was like, okay, but also, like, I'm glad to hear. So if we're gonna move forward from here, I'm also gonna tell you what I need, like, as a friend. You know, that's what I said. That's how I worded it. So I was like, yeah, I need to tell you, like, what I need from my side. So for me to, like, I felt like, and then so I brought out my feelings of how I was feeling, because she didn't know about, like, that I knew about the Halloween incident. So I was like, I felt like I couldn't trust you starting after, like, the Halloween incident. So, like, on Halloween night, you didn't, like, you don't know, but you were, like, drunk, and you ended up telling me that you basically told that one girl that I didn't want her over at my house. And then right away, like, before, she was like, no, I didn't. And I was like, I was so shook, you guys. I was like, what do you mean, no, you didn't? Like, you guys, when she said that, I was so shook, because I was just not expecting that. Like, I wasn't even pressing her about it. I wasn't like, did you do this? I wasn't like, you did this and I'm mad about it. Like, I wasn't even mad about it, y'all. I wasn't even like, I really wasn't. Like, I was, like, ready to, like, just put it all in the past and, like, just start fresh. Like, that's what I wanted. And she was just like, no, I didn't do that. I didn't say that. I didn't say anything. And I'm standing there, our other friend's standing there. And I'm like, what? Like, I said, that's when I, like, kind of, like, I was so shook. I was like, I'm not asking you if you did or didn't. Like, I know you did. And she's like, no, I didn't. Like, they watch your videos, like, this and that. They want to see if you're talking about them. That's why, like, they're always watching. And, like, I'm like, what the hell? Like, how would she know that I said I didn't want her over at my house? I've never talked about them in my video ever. Like, what? Like, I was so, like, I was just not expecting for her to just, like, deflect the whole thing and fucking gaslight me. I've never been gaslighted like that, like, in my life. Like, what do you mean you didn't? I'm literally telling you, like, I know that you did, because you said this. You were like, F that girl for, like, not, like, for saying F Jada for not letting her come to your apartment, like, she even cared. Like, how, what in the world? I was so shook. And I was like, I'm not even like asking you right now. I'm just saying, like I was just trying to tell her what I need to move forward. Like, I don't want you, like, I don't want to hear, like, you're talking behind my back like that. Like, that's how I felt. Like, I felt like she was talking behind my back, because, like, in a way, like, I don't even care if that girl knew that I didn't want her at my apartment or not. Like, I really just didn't care. But it's just, like, you know, the fact that I know that you told her that I said that afterwards, like, that was kind of, like, almost hurtful in a way. Like, you know what I mean? Because I just wouldn't do that to her. Like, I wouldn't, you know, because, like, it's like talking shit, like, in my mind, kind of. Like, is that not? Like, I don't know. Anyway, so I just, like, I was just letting her know I felt hurt about that. And I don't know, I was just expecting, like, okay, like, yeah, like, let's just start over new. Like, I'll try not to do that, like, type thing and move on. Like, it was going so good. And she just started freaking out, like, just, I've never seen somebody have, like, such, like, it was, like, I feel bad. Like, I do feel bad because, like, I don't know, I think she's just going through, like, a lot with everything, which is, like, fair, but, like, also, like, I need to be able to tell you how I feel about situations without you freaking out. So, like, she just freaked out, y'all. She was, like, starting to cry. I even was tearing up a little bit because I was, like, I was just so hurt. Like, oh my God. Y'all. That was just so hurtful. Like, I don't know. It was really hurtful. Anyway, her mom ended up coming in and was like, what's going on here? Because she was, like, literally screaming, you guys. And she was like, I just feel so not understand. No one's understanding me. Like, you know, and her mom's like, what are they not understanding? And, you know, it just, like, her mom was like, you guys gotta go. And I was like, yeah. You know, because, like, I wasn't coming over there to upset her or anything. Like, I was really wanting to give it, like, a second chance and, like, make it work. That's it. But, like, I couldn't move on without, like, us having an agreement that, you know, we're just gonna move on from here and, like, it'd be good. So, yeah. Anyway, that's, like, from that, okay. And that's not even where it ends, okay? So we just left, you know, it, like, left, like, on a sour note, bad note like that. And, you know, afterwards, like, after a few, like, week or two, like, she did text me, and she's like, hey, like, I don't like how things left off. Like, I'm down to, like, you know, we can have a talk about it, you know? And I was like, yeah, like, you know, it was, like, a high stress moment. Like, I guess, like, I don't know. Because I wasn't even, like, pressing her about it. Like, I was just bringing up, like, hey, like, that really bothered me, you know? And it was just, like, all of a sudden I'm not understanding her. Like, that was so, yeah. Anyway. So I was like, yeah, I'm down to talk about it. Like, I feel like we need to have another conversation, like, in person, like, you know. So then, me and our mutual friend and her, like, we all go and eat something. And we just never ended up, like, it was kind of so awkward. We just, like, never ended up talking about it. And then we left, and that was how the conversation went. Like, we never talked, we just kind of pretend like nothing happened. And I was like, okay. And then afterwards, I run into that one girl that's still friends with the girl that I don't want to be close to. And I was just thinking about the whole situation. Like, it just really, like, you know, when you have time to think and settle on it. I run into her, and basically she ended up asking me, oh, so how's you and Jada or whatever. Like, how did the freaking conversation come? Keep in mind, when we all talked that night, she was like, I'm not gonna hang out with them anymore. Like, this, I'm done with them, you know? So she was like, have you talked to blah 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 lately? And I was like, no, actually, like, we're not really talking. And, you know, I kind of confided in her, like, not the whole story, obviously, but just kind of, like, why we're not talking. And then she was like, she's going through a lot right now. She's going through a lot. And I was like, okay, you know. And keep in mind, I'm, like, thinking in my head, like, she literally told me, like, she's not talking to you anymore. Like, she's done. Like, after whatever they have to do, she's over it. Like, right? She's trying to, like, distance herself, which I actually really like this girl. Like, I don't care if she wants to, like, I don't really care actually who she wants to be friends with and stuff. But it's like, don't talk shit about them and then literally hang out with them, because that is so fake to me. It's so fake. You know what I mean? Like, I don't talk. I was like, you know, I really like her. Like, you know, she just, me and this one girl, the one whose party bus it was, our personalities are just very different. She's very outgoing. She more like an extrovert or whatever, however you say it, for sure. And I'm more of like an introvert, maybe I would say. So like I can only hang out with her. Like we don't hang out all the time. Like for that reason, I'm pretty sure just like our personalities are very different. So, you know, she's somebody who, like introverts and extroverts, if you're an introvert, you understand. Like extroverts can be draining. My mom is extrovert. She drains the fuck out of me. So like some people I can't hang out with all the time. You know what I mean? Because it just drains your social battery, and that's fine. And I feel like people who get it understand. And it's not like, oh, there's like, I don't like her, this and that. It's just like, no, my personality can't hang out with some people all the time type thing. So anyway, but yeah, she's super like chill. I've never had a problem with her. Like every time we hang out, it's like, it's cool, it's chill, it's fun time. She's a fun person. She's fun as fuck. It's just like, I'm just not like that. I need to rest. So I need to be alone, you know, shit like that. So, but just so funny because she's like literally like, I don't want to talk with them anymore. Like I'm so done. So I'm having this conversation with her, like the one that she basically, like the one I don't talk to, basically said she's done with, and the other girl she's totally done with, supposedly. And she basically tells me, yeah, she's going through a lot right now. Like, you know, I wish I could tell you what she's going through, but I'm not going to. Like, basically making it seem like they're besties. And I'm like thinking, like, what the hell? Like, this is so, oh my god, so weird. Because, like, you know, if this friendship's gonna work, it's like the girl that you're talking shit about, like the girls that you're talking shit about know the most, like know everything. And it's like, you know, whenever she's ready to tell you, she'll tell you. And I'm just sitting there like, what the fuck? Like, the fakeness everywhere. It's just so crazy. And she's like, you know, maybe I'll do like a drink party at my place and we can all talk this out or whatever. And I was like, I don't think I'm trying to talk it out, honestly. Like, I don't think I want to anymore, you know? Like, I really don't think I want to. And she's just like, yeah, like, you know, I wish I could tell you what she's going through, but like, you just, you know, like, and I'm just thinking like, and then I was like, oh, well, that's funny. Like, that almost made me like mad. It's like, not mad, but just, how are you talking so much shit? But like, you're like, this girl thinks you're besties over here. Because with me, if I don't like you, I'm gonna be honest. You know what I mean? Like, if I don't want to hang out with you, I'm not gonna be honest. I'm not gonna be like telling you shit. Like, so weird. That's weird to me. I'm sorry. Like, I'm so weirded out. Weird. And I'm like, oh, okay. You know? So is her and her still, like, I thought they were not going to be, so basically I just said, like, oh, I thought they were, like, done being friends, like, her and the one that she's close, like, because she's close to the girl that I don't like. So I told her, I was like, I thought they were, like, done being friends. And she's like, no, like, they're like this. They're just giving each other some space right now. I'm like, okay, so she doesn't even know what's up. Like, she clearly was not on this. Like, I don't fucking know. Like, that's the moment I was like, oh, it's done. It's so over. It's so far from over. Because, like, this girl literally just talks shit about everybody. Oh my god, like, you would have to be stupid. Like, you would have to be fucking stupid to not see that. And I'm probably the topic of, like, most of the conversation, but they don't know. They don't know that she, like, be talking about them. Oh my god, it's just a circle. It's so fucking funny. Oh my god, I'm so glad I'm done. Just be friends with them for real. Like, holy fuck. Anywho, yeah. I mean, yeah, that's pretty much it. When I knew it, it's like, it's done. Yeah. So that was the story. Also, I just want to mention, just for an ad to this, just to, like, you know, make it better. I love eating at Earl's, you guys. sorry, I love eating at Earl's, you know, that's my favorite restaurant, this and that. But we didn't go to Earl's because the girl that I no longer talk to doesn't like Earl's. She's like, I hate everything at Earl's. Like, I don't like the food there, this and that. Like, she hates everything, whatever makes her sick, whatever the case may be. I'm like, okay, so we, you know, we try and find different restaurants and stuff. But Earl's slaps every time. I've never had a problem with Earl's. Like, Earl's is the place. Like, I love Earl's. I always have a good time. Like, I always have a good time with whoever I'm with there. So, it's a good time. And so, you know, she doesn't like Earl's, so we haven't been eating at Earl's, like my favorite place, because she doesn't like it. And I'm at Earl's one day with my man, and guess who I see there at Earl's with the girl I don't like, too? They walk in. I'm like, she comes up to me, or whatever, like, I forget, it's so long ago, but whatever, I wave or something, I'm like, oh my god, she comes up to me, and I'm like, what are you doing here? Like, I thought you didn't like Earl's. So I was like, you know, and this is, like, way at the beginning. And she was like, oh, I'm here seeing if this guy, I heard that this, she basically ran into this, like, rookie rider, okay? I'm not a rider groupie, and I never will be, but whatever, like, like, when I say I don't fuck with the riders, like, I really, like, even if I was single, you would not see me following one around, chasing one around, being with one, ever, period, point blank, ever. Anyway, so she heard he was gonna be there. So she's there with that girl that I don't like, just being there, ordering, seeing if he's going to be there, like, looking, like, hoping that he's there. And I'm like, this girl will go there to see for a guy that don't even like her like that. Like, I mean, yes, he did. I think he did, like, I mean, whatever. I'm not going to get into, I don't want to be too messy now. But, I mean, this is, like, one thing that I looked at, like, what the fuck, because, like, you won't go for me, your friend, supposed friend, that likes this restaurant, but you'll go to stalk a guy that, like, don't, like, sorry to say, don't even give a fuck about you. Like, weird. That's what I'm saying. Weird shit, like, just, I'm over it. Like, it's so done. Anyway, like, you know, that wasn't even that big of a deal, like, whatever, but it's, like, that's how I knew me and her are just in so different parts of our lives of maturity right now. Because you would never in a million fucking years catch me doing that shit, ever. I would never be chasing a man like that. But you know what? I also am in a relationship, but, like, just, dude, that was shit I would do when I was, like, 16, 17. If I was doing that at 18, I would be embarrassed. This girl is, like, 3 years older than me. 3 years older than me. It's like, if she's not over this drama by now, it's like, it's never gonna be. And, like, this is just so clear that this is just her life. Like, you know what I mean? And the fact that she's still hanging around with the girl that that's supposedly causing her so much stress in her life, and she's still good with, supposedly. It's hard to feel sorry for someone that, like, puts themselves in these situations. Like, I don't know what else she's going through, because apparently I don't know anything. All the people that she doesn't like knows everything. Like, not her supposed friend, okay? So, I don't know what she's going through, you know, I mean, that's on her. I honestly wish her the best. Like, I don't wish any, like, hurt, like, you know, there's no beef there. It's just, we're on totally two different directions in our life. Like, it's so evident. It's like, holy fuck. Because, y'all, I'm known for drama online, but that's where I keep it online. Like, there's no drama in my personal life like this, like, for real. This is the most drama, and this wasn't even, like, that big. Because most of the time I wasn't even in the picture, but it's just little shit like that. Like, holy. So, yeah. You know, that's the story on that. Yeah. Again, there's no beef on my end. Like, it just feels good to get it out, because we were gonna talk about this and stuff, but it's like, I just realized that there's no conversation. Like, what needs to be talked about? Nothing needs to be talked about. There doesn't need to be conversation at this point. Like, what is there to talk about? At this point, I feel like she's just gonna try and gaslight me again, and be like, there's no just, like, sorry, let's move on. Like, that's what I was so ready to be like. And I would love to know to this day what I ever did. Like, did I do something? Like, I would love to know so I can grow as a person and be better. Like, did I do something? Like, for real, like, did I do something? Like, I have no idea. Like, I would love to know what she could possibly say that I did that was really, like, I don't know. I don't know. I hope her new friends treat her so good. I really do. Like, I hope that, like, they all can grow together for real. Like, I really do hope so, because I wish nothing but the best for her, for real. Like, some people just, like, you, like, I wanted to, like, anyone around me, I want to be successful. Like, any friends of mine, I want to take them to the top with me for sure. But, like, some people, like, just aren't ready for that, like, aren't ready to grow and, like, move up. Like, some people gotta stay where they are, settle themselves first, like, whatever. But, like, the thing is, like, I'm on a certain grind, and I'm on, like, a schedule, and I have goals, and, like, there is just things like that I can't let slow me down. And what is best for me is just letting any, like, things like that go. Like, for real. Like, people don't see the bigger picture now, but, like, they will. Like, I'm not the type to tell everybody my plans and shit like that. So just, I know what the fuck I'm doing, trust me. And, like, I just can't, like, I just, like, I feel so, like, I do feel, like, bad, but it's like, dude, like, girl, I can't. Anyway, listen to all the people, listen to your sister, listen to everybody that said stay away from me, because I'm apparently bad news. I'm bad news. Like, that's, if y'all knew the situation, I'm bad news. Anyway, that was a long story, y'all, but I had to get that off my chest. I feel so much better, like, just release, like, you know, get it off your chest, move on. This is my one final story, and I love YouTube because I love telling my story, because I only tell one story. I'm not going to be telling different stories to every person. Anyone who wants to know my story on the situation, they're all going to hear the same thing coming out of my mouth. There's no switching it. There's no, oh, she said this, she said that. No, I'm saying it once, I'm saying it right here, so y'all all know my side of the story. Like, I do not care. Anyway, that was all for this video. You already know, like, comment, subscribe, and, you know, only time will tell on who really lost who. And that's all for this video.